Avoid Imola.
Copy.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Radio check. Hello everybody. Welcome to Eternal Racing League Round 8 of Season 2 around Circuit de Catalunya in Spain. Sorry for late tune-in. We had some administrative problems of administrative nature, but we'll make sure that does not repeat again. With currently we are in short qualifying with ARL topping the timesheets with actually no one said the lap time, but the order is currently like this. ARL is first, probably because he was first on track, followed by Noisy, Ronan, Dittel, Ikosuki, Jarno, who switched to Ferrari for this in between last two races, and on last place we have Chaos Druid. Due to poor attendance, we are not doing classic comps today, and Webb was not able to make it for some reason. But that doesn't mean I'm alone in commentary box today, because we are joined by one of our drivers and, most importantly, the league owner, ARL, the Red Bull driver, the driver who drives for Red Bull. As meanwhile, Dittel set time of not administrative time on 1:42.699. Kerjoid already beats that with 1:19.306. Little probably did one huge mistake if we consider the time at the end of his lap. Circuit de Catalunya, let me say something about the shots. So Circuit de Catalunya, it has rich history, built in hold on, I need to check. I think it's built in 1991. So Circuit de Catalunya is 4.6 kilometers long, or if you want to convert it to miles, it's 2.9 miles. Long track in Montmeló in Catalonia in Spain. It's built in 1991. Ahead of Olympic Games, which were held in Barcelona in 1992. In first race, there was a nice battle between. There was famous, but it was the place on which it was the track on which famous battle between Ayrton Senna and Nigel Mansell took place, with I think Nigel Mansell taking the win at the end. as drivers are going out for the last part of for their last laps of their qualifying of this qualifying. We will join ARL to show you a lap around Circuit Barcelona Catalunya. Coming out of final corner, take a wide line. Don't go too wide as you can invalidate. Braking around one in between 100 and 50 meters board. Turns 1 and 2. Don't hit that curb. Turn 3. Taking the esports line. If you go too wide, you can easily get your lap time invalidated. Same as turn 4. Coming to turn 5 now. It's quite it's quite tricky because it's going downhill. Same as turns 6 and 7. Turns 7 and 8. Excuse me. As there are backs of his lap for some reason. But let's see, Noisy is at the end of his lap, coming to final part of track, nailing the chicane. Don't go too wide, you can easily get invalidation through here. Last corner, sprint to the line, and it's 1:16.6 to 1 for Williams driver. As Ronan beats that with 1:16.563, but Ronan was on soft tires and Noisy was on mediums. Yuki backs off his lap and still takes third place. As ARL goes to pits, Jarno. Let's see what he can do. I think he's just pulling back to the pits. Yes, I'm correct. So, qualifying are now completed, with ARL actually setting the fastest lap somehow. I don't know, is this some kind of glitch or something? It shows that he's in the pits, but not that he's on track. But we'll find out what happened for you. So your qualifying are now completed, and qualifying for Spanish Grand Prix are now completed, and here's your order. ARL, if it's believed to the game, and Codemasters, what is questionable, takes pole position with 1:16.513, but I doubt it because he doesn't even have the tire indicator. Second is Ronan, third is Noisy. On mediums, let's just say fourth is Yuki, fifth is Jarno, and then sixth and seventh are Little Lake and Chaos Grid. Also, the Circuit de Catalunya has undergone quite some changes during the past couple of years. Most recent one was reprofiling the turn 10 to La Caixa to improve racing and overtaking. Also, in 2007, the final chicane was introduced to improve safety, while before that, from that after turns 10, 11, and 12, it was just foot to the floor. And as our drivers are now ready to start their formation lap. Excuse me for a second. Um, so, ARL, I don't know if whether you can hear me or not, but what do you expect in terms of strategy around this particular track for the race?
Well, hello, Ivan. Yeah, no, it's a high degradation track. Definitely sector 3 hits the tires a lot. So important to preserve them as long as you can. But you can the most frequent strategy around here is a two-stopper, soft, medium, soft, or medium hard if you want to go the one-stopper. But you can go the soft medium, so the tyres will be in the puncture territory at the final lap, but it's possible. So at the moment, let's just try to get these softs as long as they can, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So just do gambling in the tactics, it seems.
Well, it's worked before, so I wouldn't call it a gamble, but we'll see in a few minutes' time.
Alright, good luck for the race, and good luck to our
Thank you.
to every of our auto drivers tonight with us, as we are waiting for 5 lights to turn on, and the lights out we're off, we're on, and now they are off. Ronan and Yuki got much better start than ARL, coming to first two corners. Contact between those two McLarens. Ronan cut across a little bit of you. Ronan cut across on the line of Yuki. It seems that we have Alfa Romeo spinning round at little. As your order as we come to turn 6 is Ronan leads from Noisy, from Yuki, from Jarno, from ARL, who got absolutely terrible start, going all the way from pole position to P5. Now he's trying to gain at least one of those places back, or by trying to overtake Jarno. Coming to turn 10, late braking move, when ARL went a little bit too deep on the brakes, and Jarno was able to get the switch back and regain 4th place. As Jarno has a little bit of pacing problems, I think, or that's just my screen. As Ron sets a pass lap of 123.710. But obviously it's first lap, so times will get much quicker. Noisy closely following Ronan. Yuki is also not that far, and they're already pulling the gap to Jarno and ARL, while Kershroyd and Little, who spun around in first corner, in third corner, I'm sorry, are now 2.4 and somewhere around 5 seconds off our leader. They're coming to turn 9 one more time. ARL is closely behind Jarno. As we have yellow flag in sector 2, Little crashing out. And we have our first virtual safety car of the race. So this is playing into the hands of our soft runners, who can use this VSC to preserve tires a little bit more. As the ARL is coming in the pits. Is he going for medium already? Yes. So ARL going for very early pit stop, using that VSC probably to his advantage, but we'll see in a couple of minutes.
Well, as far as we and Red Bull are concerned, we're going for the two-stopper strategy, so...
Alright, so you heard the Red Bull driver change of plans in Milton, in the team from Milton Keynes here in Barcelona. Let's see, will they gain on them? Gain on it? As we are coming back to the battle for the lead. Ronan still leads from Noisy and Yuki, but those guys are really in his gearbox pretty much for the entire lap. Let's see, will some of them pull the trigger first and try to make a move. I think Noisy is willing to wait a little bit more, because obviously he has tire advantage, and he'll be in clean air quite soon if we look at the degradation of tires, and obviously he'll have the advantage at the end with quicker tire with quicker tire on when the car is lighter, but for now they're just following each other. Noisy placing a bit of McLaren sandwich as well, but those guys are just following each other for now and waiting who'll blink first, who'll do an error which those guys behind can use. But Yuki is also mediums, so I think McLaren are relying on the plan that Ronan tries to hold off Noisy as much as possible to prevent him running away and still give Yuki some decent chance to win the race. But here we go, coming to turn 1 on lap 5. Out of 33, Noisy overtakes Ronan easily with the help of DRS and takes the lead of ARL Spanish Grand Prix. As ARL sets the fastest lap with in 120s with 120.016. He was 4 seconds quick. So he was around 4 seconds quicker than Chaos Druid, and around 3/10 quicker than Jarno. Yuki 4/10 quicker, around 4/10 quicker than Ronan, and around again 3/10 quicker than Noisy. But those guys are now pulling up in as Yuki going on quite risky move on his teammate. But we might have had a Ronan H. James moment. What's completely understandable, because obviously Yuki's on better tires than Ronan right now, and there's no point of him holding him up, as we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. Kirschwin going round. Hopefully he'll get back on track. No damage for Aston Martin driver. He probably hoped to have at least slightly better race in terms of spins after Zandvoort, but it didn't start quite well for him. As ARL is chasing down Jarno for P4. 14.2 seconds the gap is at the moment, as Jarno, as we speak, gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's really going to compromise his race if everyone stays clear of time penalties, as the ARL is really getting close to getting within 14 seconds of Jarno, and he's done that through turns 9 and 10. Jarno, who is also mediums and chasing Ronan for P3, while Noisy and Yuki are starting to lead are starting to have their own race. In terms of battling, chipping down the gap of Noisy and getting closer behind the Dutch driver in the Williams. Bit of slide through turns 8 and 9, 7 and 8. Turn 9, 5 of a tenth of a second behind. Now 8 tenths, 7 tenths. Once again, as Jarno is also getting really close to Ronan once again. But let's go back to the battle for the lead. Noisy trying to run away from Yuki, but British driver is not giving up that easily, as Jarno and Ronan are battling through turn 1. Now turn 3, the bit of Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel from 2017. Jarno really throwing the car in those corners, hopefully to get past Ronan as soon as possible, as ARL is catching them from behind. Now he's within 13 seconds of them, and Ronan is literally the moving chicane for Jarno at the moment. As we have virtual safety car and Yuki after not after the race, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I've done a mistake, but virtual safety car due to debrief on track. No front wing. So ARL, does this ruin your plans, or you think you gained quite some time?
Bit of both. We wanted to go to the end because, you know, we'd catch the others in a bit of a trouble, but in some ways now it'll be close on this pit exit to the others. So we have to wait and see.
Yeah, as we have Ronan and Yuki in the pits, so double second McLaren. Will Yuki get held? He will, but not as much. As Noisy gets a drive to penalty for spinning under the virtual safety car. Yuki lost quite a bit of chunk there, getting held and also changing his front wing, as ARL makes an undercut on Ronan and Yuki to get P3. His next target is Jarno. Who is 14.0 seconds adrift. Noisy will also lose quite a bit of time, as he has drive to penalty for spinning under virtual safety car. He'll have to complete it in within 3 laps of since he got the penalty. Since he got that time penalty, or he'll end up getting disqualified. ARL now 13.4 seconds behind Jarno, as we are riding on board with Ronan, trying on board with Ronan, who is 3.6 seconds behind ARL, 3.7, 3.8. Ronan completed 4 mediums during virtual safety car, same as his teammate, what is completely understandable, because going on softs in that stage of the race will be suicidal. Regarding the tire degradation here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, as they are going to lap 10 after 33 in ARL Season 2, Round 8. TTG Noise is in the lead, followed by Jarno, who is 6.4 seconds behind, but Noisy has a drive to penalty. ARL, who got quite a big undercut on both McLarens, is third after earlier pit stop from softs to mediums on lap 3. He's gapping Ronan now as Noisy pulls the pin and sets 119.601 for fastest lap of the race. As we have yellow flag in sector 1 and Chaos Raid is out of the session. As we have safety car. We have our first safety car of the race. After 2 virtual safety cars, we got our first safety car, and that's not good for Noisy, because now he could get a free pit stop. But I mean, excuse me, he still can get that free pit stop, but he cannot get rid of that drive-through. So again, he'll lose quite a bit of time to the rest of the pack when they all bunch up again. I also forgot to mention that this race is brought to you by Come to Your Life, who is a title sponsor of this league, and they will give a prize to the winner at the end of this season. This pretty much seems an exciting season, as Yarno gets the drive-through penalty as well. So this is playing into ARL's hands. Yarno goes to pits. What will ARL do? So ARL is in the pit, and he crashes out in the pitfall. ARL does a Pastor Maldonado, and Roman Grosjean Roman Grosjean crashing, clearing the safety car. Of course, I think Maldonado didn't crash. Clearing the safety car, he just crashed in the pit lane once. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. But ARL throws this race into the bin. ARL, what happened there? How come you lost the car, like, all of a sudden?
I don't know. I lost the rear lot out of that final corner, so I counter-steered, but then obviously that took me to the wall. So.
Unfortunate for you, considering...
It was a sudden loss of grip on the front end. I thought there would be more grip, but due to that sector 3 in the VSC, it's, well, technically it's under VSC conditions, of course, because the leader hasn't reached the safety car until now. But, yeah, the front ends were just colder than I expected, and there was barely any grip.
So, a bit of unfortunate regarding the amount of time you gained, and pretty much it was playing into your hands.
Yeah, it really was. You know, we know our competitors are the two McLarens, and, you know, speaking of last race, they really gained a lot on us. But, yeah, now, you know, now the top two drivers have got drive-through, and the two drivers behind are both McLaren, so that's just fallen completely into the hands of the McLaren duo, which is exactly what we don't need. But, well, there's nothing much we can do now.
But still, I think this season of Train Racing League showed that anything can happen, so we'll see who will get the checkered flag when we reach lap 33 out of 33. As Noisy went on softs and Jarno went on medium tires after their pit stops. And now drivers are cruising around the track behind the safety car. we can see the positions gained and lost, who was the biggest winner, who was the biggest loser, as we'll get safety car in this lap. So TTG Noise in the lead, gained 2 places, comparing to his starting position. Jarno NL gained 3 positions, compared to his starting position, but they'll lose all of that in spare of a couple of laps, as they need to go and complete their drive to penalties. So if something crazy does not happen, we'll have McLaren 1-2 on the restart, as Noisy pulled the pin, open Coat Jarno, and both McLarens on the slipping, as Yuki tries to make a move on his teammate. Late braking. Yuki did not want to risk it and possibly throw away big points here by causing an accident. As Ron is now in the gearbox of Jarno. To be fair, if I was Jarno now, I will not fight Ronan now, because obviously Jarno got that drive to penalty, and him and Ronan are at the moment in the completely different race. As Ronan loses it on turn 9 curb, Yuki gets caught off by that and goes to do a little bit of off-road excursion of the track. But still nice reflexes to save the car from potential crash. As Noisy gets goes in the pits to race the drive through, as does Jarno. And in the lap of 15 after 33, we have McLaren 1-2, equals Yuki from Ronan. Both Noisy and Jarno did their drive-throughs and are around 10 seconds behind those 2 McLarens. Noisy is on 9.6 seconds and Jarno is 4 seconds behind Noisy. Noisy will probably now try to use his soft tires until maximum and hopefully catch the McLaren drivers. We'll see. Will he manage to succeed in that mission? As the DRS is now enabled, but it is not useful to any of our drives right now, as the field has spread out massively. You see, it's on 1.8, 7.9 seconds away from Ronan. 7.8 now. Gap going down rapidly. He'll keep pulling the gap at the front for his teammates. So I think if something unexpected does not happen, McLaren's got this in the bag. Another one to finish after Zandvoort. I see. Coming to start very straight. 6.7 is now the gap between him and Ronan. No, he's with a fast lap of 18.786, so he's really pushing to catch the Irish McLaren driver. Noisy. Still going quicker than Ronan, still decreasing that gap. Lap by lap, sector by sector, corner by corner. But let's give some screen time to Yuki, he really deserved it. Staying off the trouble pretty much for the entire race, despite that one moment. Coming out of turn 9. As Noisy says, another fast lap with of and 118.676, I think it was. I'm for check. A second. Yep, that's right. As he is 4.4 seconds behind Ronan now. So Noisy is really pulling everything he can out of his Williams. After getting the numerous battles between Ferrari and McLaren around this track, starting with 1991 Spanish Grand Prix and Ayrton Senna Nigel Mansell battle, we get another one between Ronan and TDG Noisy, but this time in esports, not in real life. As Noisy is getting closer and closer to Ronan. 3.6 seconds is the gap, 3.5 now. .3 seconds. It's really going to be close and intense. But the question is, will Noisy manage to preserve enough rubber to pull a move on Ronan? Because he gained around 7 seconds in 4 laps, so around 4 laps, and he's really pushing to the limits of his car, and the gap goes down to 2.5 seconds right now. Coming to Lake Aisha, we have yellow flag in sector 2. That's the around in turn 9. So his potential chances of a podium finish possibly are gone, even if they existed after that drive-through. As Noisy is within 2 seconds of Ronan. He can see him, he can smell him, he can smell the blood. He has him on the platter. Let's see. Will he be able to pull a move around this track, which is on the voice as a particular as a track that is on which is particularly hard to overtake. It is more than F1 cars. Now we see almost within a second of Ronan, really pushing hard to get it within the DRS range of him. And now he's within a second of Ronan. Now, one thing is to catch, and one on the other take, and the overtake is, and to overtake is the completely another, are two completely different things around this track. Noisy opens up the DRS. But he's still a bit too far to make a move in these first two corners. But I think he start to drop off slightly. He lost a bit of front end grip in turns in turn 3. What gave Ron a little bit of breathing room. Slight lockup going to turn 6. Turn 7 and 8 now. Turn 8, 9. Coming to core number 10, Lakaisha. And turns 11, 12. And 13. Coming to the chicane of 14 and 15. As he's right in the gearbox of Ronan now. At the exit of turn 16. Ronan doing a bit too much waving, I will say, in this race. And that really didn't help him out. Noisy gets the move done. Ronan almost made contact from, as far as I could see, from the angle Codis gave me. And now Noisy is on hunt for Ikosuki. Will that driver make unlikely comeback? Comebacks, one of those comebacks we rarely see in F1 esports world. We usually see them from the very, very best. Ronan, I think he maybe overcooked his tires, or no, but his gap to Noisy increased quite a bit, as Noisy is within 3 seconds of Yuki with 10 laps to go. The gap is right now. As Noisy is trying to catch Yuki. ARL, what do you think? Will Noisy manage to catch Yuki, or he'll run out of tires and laps? ARL, feel free to join in the chat. Feel free to speak up when you are here, or if you are here. As Ronan again overshoots the turn 10, I think those mediums are dead. They've fallen off the cliff almost. As Noisy is pitting. After really good second stint, he's going on another set of soft tires. Let's see, will he be able again pull something like on this set of soft tires, pull something like he did on the old one, in his second stint. .1 seconds. Safety cap now. Nine laps to go. Yuki leads from Ronan. Noisy and Yarnor as he pits, possibly fearing that Noisy will may pull an undercut on him if he doesn't react. Yuki done his pit stop. Noisy coming out of turns 15 and turn 16. This will be close one. And Yuki is ahead of Noisy for now, but we'll see a battle on track between those two guys in the remaining 8 laps of this. In terms of attendance, pretty bad race, but in terms of action on track, really good one. Noisy already in the RS of Yuki, so he gained quite a big time with that early pit. Quite a big amount of time with that pit stop. But will Ronan react to that undercut? And he does. He'll probably fall behind his teammate and Noisy now, as they will decide who will be the winner of ARL Season 2 round Spanish Grand Prix, round 8 of Season 2. Noisy with a fast lap of 1:17.976, but obviously he wasn't. That time was not challenged, as Yuki was in the pits, so Yuki's tires are 1 lap younger than those of Noisy. Noisy coming really close to Yuki in turn 6. As Yuki gets 3-second time penalty. Yuki gets 3-second time penalty in this battle between him and Noisy. And now, what tactics are they gonna use? So what they'll do? What will these drivers do to decide who will be the winner of this London training race? Noisy around the outside of 14. They're on the outside of 15 and 16. Yuki trying to block past him, or Noisy is just waiting for the DRS. Yuki is doing, again, too much of waving for my personal taste, but I don't know, I think they read the rule book. I clearly didn't. Surely they have some kind of debrief. As Noisy tries to make a move around the outside of turn 3. Backs of it. Ronan also gets 3-second time penalty. Noisy really trying to take different lines to get closer to Yuki. Around the outside of turn 5. Bit of what's here? Excuse me. The turn 6, 7, 8, and 9 coming to turn 10 now. Noisy trying to go around the outside of Yuki. Yuki brakes later in going to Lakaisha. Turns 13. Noisy again trying to make a move around the outside. These guys are really giving everything, guys. We have yellow flag and Jarno out in lap 27 on 33, and another safety car. We have another safety car here, ladies and gentlemen. Ronan uses this opportunity and goes to the pits. I assume Yuki and Noise will do the same. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think everyone will go for a fresh set of softs if they have any to do. 4-lap sprint to the end. 4 or 3 laps sprint to the end, depending on when safety car comes back into the pits. Also, excuse me if my voice was the best today. I've been struggling for a little bit with it today. As we have contact between Yuki and Noisy going to the pits. Yuki probably not seeing Noisy coming in or having a little bit of in moment from 2018 German Grand Prix and almost putting Noisy into the wall and ending the race of them both, assume, or compromising it at least. Ronan will take the lead as we have rain. I think I saw few drops of rain on Cielo. Yes, we have rain for the last couple of laps here at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. Noisy going on inters, Yuki staying out. No, Yuki came right behind, right in front of Ronan. But let's see who will be the general and who will have a funeral after this 3 laps. With us having 2 different mindsets and decision makings between our top three drivers. McLaren sticking with soft tires for last couple of laps, with Noisy trying out the inters, considering count. Probably assuming that the rain will increase from time to time as Ronan goes in the pits. I think Noisy made a right decision here. Yes, Inter's going on McLaren number 12 of Ronan H. But will his teammate Yuki do the same, or he'll stick with the soft tires? Because I assume he'll stick with this, as safety car will probably go in this lap, so he'll have 2 laps of racing. I think that's the least amount of racing laps we usually get if the late safety car comes out on track. Yuki going a little bit wide, going off from track, really struggling with the tires. Did he hit the safety car here? Yuki getting really close to the Mercedes AMG of Burn Mylander. As you will probably get this kill, but all of the guys are overtaking the safety car. I don't know what's really going on. So it seems that Burn Mylander is not important anymore here in ARL round 8 of season 2 around Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia, as Ronan gets back the racer, the Noisy, and tries to overtake him, going down the inside of turn 1. Noisy trying to come back. We still have indication the safety car is on. Don't tell me the Code Masters Masterclass has struck again. I think it did. Safety car should go in this lap, but I think it's still on track. Yes, it is. Casually rounding out the turn 3. So apparently, if it's believed this, the winner of this will be either Yuki or Ben Mylander. Depends on what Codemasters decide to do. Oh, I think safety car is just waiting for the leaders. I'm confused now. I'm really confused. I've had quite a bit of headache today, so sorry if I did a couple of mistakes, especially related to this safety car. I'm really confused what's happening at the moment. As Zoro knows, they are trying a bit of side-by-side action, at least to entertain the crowd, I think. Let's see, will the safety car actually go in this lap, or we'll have the race finish under the safety car conditions. So let's see, cars are tucked in behind the safety car, and with this happening, it all became worse for Yuki. Try actually overtook the safety car, but didn't get disqualified. I don't know what's going on with this. But let's see if he discovered a brand new glitch in the ARL season 2 round 8 around Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia. Did we discover a new glitch from Codemasters, or our cars will actually get a chance to properly race and to decide the winner by battling on track? But excuse me, even if the race finishes under safety car, Noisy will get the win, because obviously both of McLarens have time penalties and he does not have any. And safety car is actually going in this lap. I think safety car is actually going in this lap. Yes, that's right. And after waiting that Burn Mylander sorts himself out, we got one lap showdown as Noisy sends one on Ronan. No, not Ronan, Yuki, who is obviously not an appropriate tires for these conditions. Ronan will try to pull a 2-second gap in a couple of corners to somehow get the win, but I think Noisy is now on his tail. And there's a bit of mistake going to Lakaisha. Noisy managed to avoid collision. Coming to turn 13 now. Noisy really wants to get this on track. Ronan parking in the middle of the track. I think he's trying to force Noisy to get time penalty. Was, in my opinion, completely dirty move. But Noisy gets better of them of McLaren in this mind games through last few laps, and he wins the ARL Spanish Grand Prix round 8 of season 2, brought to you by Computer Life. I know if McLaren's want to actually force Noisy into to get time penalty to get the win, because if they did this, in my opinion, that's absolutely dirty move. It's fine for open lobbies, but for league racing, it's completely idiotic, I would say. No matter if you are quick or not, you should not do that to the others. Or if they did that, I'm actually disappointed when it comes to their sportsmanship, but or either they did that or they're just trolling. But anyways, after 33 laps of around Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, round 8 of season 2 of ARL, here are your standings. Here's your TDG Noisy gets the win with starting from P3 and 3 pit stops. Second is Ronan, third is Yuki. So McLaren drivers did not manage to finish 1-2 for 2 races in a row. Fourth is Jarno, who DNF'd. Fifth is ARL, who also DNF'd. Sixth is Huge Drift, who DNF'd, and seventh and last is Little, who also DNF'd. As I as by the way, please please like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed in today's race. I just mentioned this so I don't forget this later. So, as it seems, we won't get any interviews. My name was. I think we'll just end up the stream. My name was Ivan. This was round 8 of ARL Season 2 Spanish Grand Prix, won by TDG Noisy.
Don't end the stream. I'm here for an interview.
Oh, alright, here we go. Alright, so Ronan joined to have an interview. So Ronan, congrats on that podium. Give us your thoughts on the race, how it went for you and Yuki.
Went alright, it wasn't bad. P2, P3, can't complain. We were trying to hope Noisy got his 3-second penalty. Bit of team strategies going on in that one. But he didn't, he kept it clean. Game is very broken, as you can see with the safety car. We managed to get out for 2 more laps than it should have been out.
Yep, obviously.
But yeah, it's a bit of fun, you know. We were
Yeah.
trying to do donuts on the line, but it didn't happen.
Off. Friendly advice, please don't do that, because I raced against the one guy who was always like doing donuts on the line, no matter if he was outside of top 10 even. He was also Irish, just to say.
Wow, okay, I see.
He
to
was in ARL, not ARL, AFRL with us. The Jamie Enright. He was driving Haas for a couple of races.
Oh, I know him as well. He's mental, man. He got banned from a different tournament.
Alright, we'll end up this for later. Can you just please ask your teammate and... Oh, here we go.
Here he is.
As soon as I speak. Yuki,
Great race today.
Alright, congrats on P3.
Thanks, man.
Yes, your thoughts about the race, how it went. I saw you had a bit of a moment in turn 9. You ripped off your front wing. So, yeah.
Yeah, just put the power down too much,
Yeah.
you know.
And how come you stayed on softs when everyone was going for... when Noise went for inters? Like, did you thought that...
I think as you can see,
Yeah.
in the last few laps, that was the correct decision, you know, just to go onto the soft tyres. They gripped up really well.
Definitely amazing them.
Yeah, honestly, the final lap doesn't really state the result of the tyres. They felt really nice. You know? It's just a shame that. It's just a shame, but trust me, it was the correct strategy. We knew what we were doing as a team. So.
Yeah, but you just got killed by that safety car, right?
No, not at all. You know, the safety car kept letting me by. I don't know why. Apparently, just didn't clear up the incident on track, so kept telling him to overtake.
Well, Codemasters, the masterclass once again.
Hmm.
Noisy, congrats on the win. Mega comeback. Give us your thoughts about the race. How it went for you.
Yeah, it went pretty good. Of course, a lot of ups and downs because of that drive-through and everything. But yeah, I do want to say, like, I don't know what Yuki and Ronan are doing. Like, they're really aggressive. Like, I don't know what they were doing. Like, I found it a bit too aggressive, to be honest. Like, I'm just like, yeah, kind of like being bullied out of the way. So yeah, I think the FIA really needs to
Shut
look at
up,
them
man!
because,
No one asked you!
because yeah, they're way too.
I think it's a bit of arguing going in the press conference room.
As I was about to say, like, they're way too aggressive. I think, like, they had to be, like, put down at some point. Yeah, but in the end, the Inters was the good call. Also, like, they're going in against protocol, like, overtaking the safety car and everything. So, yeah, I think the FAA really needs to look into them, because what happened today was kind of outrageous.
Alright, understood. So, guys, as you could hear, our top 3 we'll now end up the stream, and hopefully you enjoy it. So whoever is battling that, can it please stop so I can just end this. My name was Ivan. This was ARL round 8 of season 2, brought to you by Come to Your Life. Hopefully you enjoyed the race, and see you next time.
Thanks, Ivan. That was good.